Imagine walking into your quarterly board meeting and the CFO is pressing you on working capital tied in inventory. Your head of marketing is warning of stockouts on your best selling SKUs, while your supply chain leader flags rising vendor lead times. How do you decide exactly how many days of stock to carry? No more, no less. Today, I am going to show you a simple, repeatable framework built on cross functional inputs that ensures you hold the right amount of inventory to drive profitability, capture demand, and mitigate supply chain risks. Setting inventory limits depends on three important departments: finance, marketing, and supply chain. Finance defines the upper limit. Your finance team sets two hard caps. First is the profitability threshold. Excess inventory drives a lot of cost: storage, insurance, and interest cost. The finance team will model the incremental cost per extra day of stock and tell you beyond X days, every day cuts margin by Y percentage. Second, cash flow budget. The finance team tells you what cash is available today and forecasted for the next 6 to 12 months. If you freeze your capital in stock, you may stunt marketing initiatives or capex plans. Second, marketing. Marketing tells you the minimum stock that they need. Your marketing or merchandising team provides the flip side, the minimum days you need to satisfy all fluctuations of your market. From historical swings, they know a 30% demand spike can shorten your buffer by roughly 9 days, and a 30% slump can stretch the inventory by 9 days. They'll also define how many SKUs or variants you must carry to hit conversion targets. More variants typically require more days of stock to avoid lost sales. Together, these inputs define the floor of your days of stock. The third important department is the supply chain department. Supply chain departments provides you the minimum days of stock that they would need to ensure smooth supply chain. There are various supply chain operational risks that they need to cover. Vendor lead time variability. So if your offshore supplier takes 60 days instead of 45 days, you need extra days to cover that swing. Transit delays. Port congestions or customs holdups and days in transit, your buffer must absorb these. Minimum order quantities. If you must order large batches, you may wind up with more days, more inventory than ideal, and need extra days to consume it. So the supply chain team gives you the second minimum requirement, an operational safety buffer. Now, is your role as CEO to overlay all these three departments and curves: finances maximum, marketing's minimum, and supply chain's minimum, and choose a target days of stock somewhere in the overlap. Let's say if finances cap is 45 days, marketing floor is 30 days, and supply chain needs 35 days, you might set 40 days as your corporate standard. Then you need to challenge each department. Marketing to trim down their SKU variants to lower their floor, supply chain to negotiate shorter MOQs, lower the lead time, or even ask finance to seek additional working capital to stretch finances cap. Finally, you apply the company level targets differentially. That means A and A plus SKUs, which is of the highest quality and driving the highest velocity, gets days above the corporate target. So that you never run out of this champion products. B and C SKUs, which are low turn items, gets days below the target to minimize capital tied up in slow movers. This skews your risk towards the most valuable inventory. By aligning finance, marketing, and supply chain, and then fine tuning at the SKU level, you'll hit the sweet spot of inventory. Lean enough for healthy margins, yet robust enough to win every scale. Let's make every day of stock count.